Hello, Aquarius, and welcome to your weekly reading. This message will be for July 15th through the 21st, and we'll have about a weekly intention. If you find the message resonate, please feel free to like the video or comment below. Also, if you'd like future messages, you can feel free to subscribe. Everyone's always welcome. I offer monthly and weekly readings on a consistent basis. I would also like to touch on that these messages are general and may not resonate for everyone. Feel free to check your moon, ascending, rising sign, whatever sign you feel is strongest in your chart placement. Also, you can reverse the roles. If you feel necessary. If that's how it resonates with you. If it doesn't resonate, there's no hard feelings. Check your other favorite tarot reader or astrologer. Also, you can check back the next day or the next week, and I may have messages that are more resonant with your energy. I feel like what us tarot card readers do is try to pick up on the strongest energy that we feel in these general readings. For me, I try to keep the message focused to have the strongest message possible for that energy that's coming through. So I try not to give out several messages so there's not really any confusion. I just say what I see. Okay? So we're going to get started. The cards that came out is the Psychic, or the cards that I'm using right now is the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck, and the cards that came out is Light and Prosperity Begins. Beautiful. So Light, Aquarius, is symbolic of the Sun card in original tarot. It symbolizes success. In this deck, it symbolizes illumination on what needs to be brought to light, what needs to be brought to the surface, seeing things clearly, brilliant ideas coming in, just feeling that aura of delight. And then we have Prosperity Begins. So I'm feeling as if with Prosperity Begins, it symbolizes the beginning of a business venture, the beginning of a new career. You're going to be receiving fruits from your labor sooner than expected with this card. Okay, so what I feel like with these two cards together, Aquarius, is there's something that you've been working on, maybe delegating, and you are going to start seeing some big success from this. Okay, a lot of prosperity, the fruits of your labor finally coming to fruition. Okay, a lot of success. There could be even a business venture where you're put more into the light, maybe need public speaking or some type of influencer. So that is what I feel is beautiful. It's the beginning phases of this successful endeavor that you've been working on. So feel good about that. Okay? Now we have the King of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, Judgment, Queen of Cups in reverse. One more card, please. Card for Aquarius for July 15th through the 21st, please. Knight of Pentacles. All right, Aquarius. So what I see from the cards is there's going to need to be a swift decision made, okay? I feel like this needs to be practical, logical, weighing all the pros and cons, all the options that are available to you. And I do see with the Queen of Pentacles and the Judgment card, that's exactly what you're doing, okay? That's exactly the direction that you're heading. I feel like in the past, you may have been in a situation where there was some manipulation, some deceit. And I feel like you're making your amends that you need to make with the people that you need to make it with. And you're moving forward into a more practical light. Okay? I do feel with this card, you may be reminiscing on the past. That's why I feel like you are making amends. You're going through this process of atonement, of asking for forgiveness for your sins if you were Catholic, okay? You're saying your Hail Marys. Basically going to people in your past and asking, expressing your feelings about the situation, expressing the part you feel you've played, and also expressing how you might have felt like things could have been different. Okay? So not necessarily begging for forgiveness, but just making amends, you know? Like, I apologize for the hurt that I may have caused. I'm trying to move into a more positive light in my life, and I'm just trying to go through life and making amends so nothing hinders my success in the future. Something along those lines, okay? But I do see there was a lot of hurt, a lot of not uncertainty, not knowing how your needs were going to be met, maybe even some manipulation in order to get your needs met, okay? And I feel like now, because you're trying to move into this more positive phase, that this is all a process that you have to go through, okay? I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to, but understand that these feelings can come up in the future. Especially think about it, if you became super successful, like you won the lottery and you won like some crazy amount of money, like $15 million or something. Your crazy ex from the past may come back and be like, oh, they caused this much emotional pain and suffering and I need my cut. When if you may have went to the person before you won the lottery and apologized for those bitter feelings they may still be feeling, and it may not even have been intentional. That's why you are making amends for how you made them feel, right? I do feel this sense of feeling burdened by this. Okay, so you are wanting to go through this process. Don't be burdened by this. Understand that sometimes people are going to be so shocked. Nobody ever makes amends. Nobody ever apologizes for making people feel like crap. If this is what your intentions are, just the fact alone that you're coming back to apologize is going to kind of have a shock factor, you know, a shock value. You're there, oh, that was a long time ago, is usually the response that you'll get, because people are so shocked that people try to make amends for their mistakes. Now, I do feel like there are new opportunities that are going to arise once you get through this making amends, going through past situations, and releasing, basically, is what you're doing when you're making amends and just saying, I'm trying to move into a more positive light. I'm glad you're doing well. I just wanted to say my piece and move on with the day. Okay? But when we do these things, it makes us feel better inside. I have had to go through my process of making my amends myself. And honestly, I'll be very honest with you. I'm still going through a process of making amends because there are people I've hurt in my past that really don't want to talk to me right now. And that's okay. I have to understand that I have to give them their space and keep mine. Since I haven't had the opportunity to make amends to their face, I have taken the time to write them a letter and express, what I was going through. My intentions weren't ever to make them feel that way. And what I've done to bring myself out of that phase in life. Always make sure you're including the positive. Never just focus on the negative of anything. When you're making amends, you can say you're sorry, I apologize for making you feel this way. I'm taking these steps to bring myself into a more positive light. I've been doing a self-discovery journey. I've been making amends with other people besides just you. This is a process I'm going through. Okay? You never know. It's inspiring to people when they hear people doing that. The world could use more healing. I know several people say that. Okay? I'm also getting the sense, Capricorn, that you are working on, or Aquarius. Sorry, Aquarius. You could be dealing with a Capricorn. I am feeling the sense you are taking steps to secure your financial future. The Three of Autumn is the Three of Pentacles. It's like my entrepreneurial card. You're creating a business. You're going through a process of, and it may not be successful yet. This is probably the beginning stages since we have prosperity begins. But understand that this will be successful. You are working on something that will be successful for you and your family. So going through this process of making amends is pertinent in moving into this next phase in your life. Take some time to reflect. Take some time to take account, make a list of what you would like to do, what you would like to change, who you would like to make amends with so they don't hinder your progress. Okay? Maybe even do some meditation, some getting grounded. And remember, you don't have to always approach everyone. If you're not comfortable with going to somebody and making amends, another way to process those feelings, because that's really what you're doing, is you're processing your emotions and speaking your truth to another person, especially the person you had the interaction with, is very healing to yourself and to the other person, but mostly to yourself. So if you don't have the opportunity to reach out and physically make amends, it's okay to write a letter. You don't have to send it out. You can burn it. But it's pertinent in processing those emotions. So, these cards that are taking forever to come out are coming slowly but surely. We have courage. Be courageous and stand up for your beliefs. So, your belief system is coming in more clear than ever. Clearing out the old negative energies is bringing you to a new phase. This reading is all about releasing those burdens, and the way we release burdens is to make amends with our past, whether it's physically or just psychologically. But in order to process these feelings and process these burdens that we're feeling with the Ten of Springs or the Ten of Wands, in order to process that, you have to go through the grieving process. Okay? You have to process your emotions properly. It's always going to be brought back up if you don't. You can stuff it and stuff it and stuff it, but there may come a time in your life where you are presented with a situation that brings those emotions up. And trust me, from personal experience, when those emotions come back up, especially from stuffing them for 20, 30 years, it's not pretty. And it doesn't look cute either. So taking the time to process things when they happen, it's part of the healing process. And I know it doesn't always feel good, but focus on the positive things that you have going on here, Aquarius. You are coming into a new light. You're coming into a more positive phase in your life. There's definitely a business or career venture that's on the horizon, new opportunities, new adventures that you have to look forward to. But processing this is what's going to bring in these new opportunities, these different opportunities than what you're used to. Okay? Life review. Take an inventory of your life and resolve to change and heal anything that is unbalanced. We've been talking about that this whole reading. That just solidifies exactly what I've been telling you, Aquarius. It's time to make amends, to heal anything that's unbalanced in your life. You are safe. I am protecting you against lower energies and guarding you and your loved ones and home. This card is just signifying that you're safe to go through this process. Okay? You're being spiritually guided. You're being protected. Take the time to sit down and make this review, make this plan, and everything else is going to come into clarity for you. Okay? So that's the message that I have, Capricorn. Thank you so much for all your love and support. Thank you for liking and subscribing, and I look forward to seeing your beautiful souls again soon. Namaste.